Welcome back. We're Mark Gold and Mike North joining us for our marketing roundtables. Let's dive right into the latest WASDE report from USDA. Mike, USDA cutting Brazil's soybean production numbers by 1 million metric tons. That was less than expected. Didn't do anything to Brazil's corn estimate there. It seems like that's the most controversial thing out of this latest report.
Yeah, for sure. And, as you look at this particular report, those were the only numbers that people were really watching. So for them to not make a change, I think kind of upset the apple cart in terms of expectation, but likely more to come. Boots on the ground suggest we've probably got at least another 4 to 5 million metric tons to come out of this. And I think the question the market's still trying to answer is, what extra growth do we maybe have to add to Argentina? And then how do we balance an Argentine crop that's twice the size of last year against, a less than record crop coming out of Brazil?
StoneX, though, Mark, recently did a survey down in South America, and they actually raised the estimate for Brazil. When you look at that, that's a bit of deja vu from the U.S. this fall. It is amazing to see the production numbers coming out of South America, despite how brutal that drought was early on, Mark.
It's the old story with these grains now. They just wait. They have the genetics. They just wait for the rains. While they're waiting, the crops look terrible. When they get 2 inches of rain, all of a sudden, they've got a pretty good crop. And they've had decent rain since then. So there's no reason to think that they're not going to wind up with a pretty good crop. Is it 155 or 156? I don't think so. I think we're much closer to 150 than anything else. But we'll see where we go. I don't know that that's going to be the big feature moving forward for the next month or two, but it's on the table.
Not a lot of changes when it comes to U.S. ending stocks, except for wheat. But when you look at the global ending stocks, we did see slight revisions there. But Mike, we've been talking about it. To see how much Ukraine is exporting, I mean, that is really changing things on the global ending stock side.
Yeah, and so that becomes the 1-2 punch. Now you add in, these extra bushels coming out of South America as they've gotten the good weather that Mark alluded to a moment ago. And you walk into another U.S. growing season, and balance sheets globally look really, really full. And that ultimately sets the stage for the slower market that we've been in, and really kind of justifies market action over these last couple months as we've really kind of put to bed the South American story. But to your point, you add that extra layer of additional Ukrainian volume, and then you talk about 5 million metric tons more coming out of Russia on the wheat front over the course of this next marketing year, and there's going to be ample supplies of grain available in the world market.
Yeah, and then Mark, we saw when it comes to U.S. ending stocks, lowering the wheat estimate based on poor exports. But also this week, USDA reporting that SRW sales cancellation from China of 110,000 metric tons during the 2023-2024 marketing year. I mean, wheat getting hit with a couple negative news items this week, Mark.
Isn't it interesting that we had 2 cancellations, one yesterday, one today, but the wheat market, as we sit right now, is looking at a key reversal. They made a contract low overnight. We're over the previous day's high. If we can close up over 38.5, it's a key reversal. So this market has rejected bad news, hopefully, and we'll see these higher closes. And, I believe the markets may have certainly seen the bottoms in here. And now if we can just get the funds to pull the trigger and cover some of these massive short positions, which they started to last week in the corn, they covered about 50,000 corn, but there's a lot more yet to come, and that could lead us to some higher prices.
All right, what could bring the funds out of their short position? We're going to ask Mike North that next.